Good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening. You're watching Nub's Handheld Collection, a YouTube series dedicated to the cataloging and review of every handheld game I have in my physical media collection. As always, I am your host, Victory Nub, and today we're going to be taking a look at Kirby's Dream Land. Developed by HAL Laboratory, published by Nintendo, and released in the United States in August of 1992. Kirby's Dream Land was the debut title of the Kirby franchise and the first game project of director and designer Masahiro Sakurai. The game features Kirby as he fights against the forces of the gluttonous King Dedede, who has stolen all of the food from the residents of Dreamland. Kirby's Dream Land is a side-scrolling platformer that eschews the traditional stomping method of defeating enemies by having Kirby inhale enemies and objects into his mouth and either swallowing them or spitting them out. Kirby also possesses the ability to inhale a mouthful of air to become buoyant and capable of flight, so long as he holds his breath. Unlike future titles in the Kirby franchise, Kirby cannot copy the abilities of any enemies he swallows in Kirby's Dream Land. Instead, he gains temporary powers from special food item pickups. The game was intentionally designed to be a sort of onboarding experience for players new to action games, and as such is a relatively short and easy game to complete, with only 5 levels to complete in total. That said, completing the game unlocks a code to increase the difficulty significantly, and completing the game a second time unlocks a code that allows players to tweak their extra life and hit point values to make the game even harder. Sakurai served as the director and lead artist on Kirby's Dream Land and developed the game using a twin Famicom unit, which merged the base Famicom system with its disk system peripheral unit. Unfortunately, the twin Famicom did not support use of an external keyboard, so programming the game involved using a trackball to navigate an on-screen keyboard to input values. Sakurai has likened this experience to using a lunchbox to make lunch. Kirby was originally a character named Popopo, which falls in line with the naming convention of his primary antagonist, King Dedede. However, when Nintendo agreed to publish the game, they recommended a name change to give the game more international appeal. HAL Laboratories polled Nintendo of America for name suggestions, and Kirby was the eventual winner. Character design of Kirby was initially meant to be a placeholder element until the development team could come up with a more defined character. However, the team grew to like the design over time and ultimately kept it as a final character. Kirby was and is intentionally designed as neutral and does not express strong emotions to allow players to connect with the character more easily. While the color palette of the Game Boy does not allow for much variety, Sakurai has stated that Kirby was always intended to be pink. However, the development team was unaware of this decision, and all versions of the game outside of Japan featured box art with a white Kirby model. This confusion would be remedied with the sequel, Kirby's Adventure, which released for the NES a year later. Kirby's Dream Land was a massive success for HAL Laboratory, selling 5.13 million copies and remaining the best-selling Kirby game in the franchise until the 2022 release of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Critically, reviewers appreciated the excellent controls, impressive animation for the Kirby model, and the surprising gameplay depth, while panning the boring level designs and overall difficulty. Reviewers were also quick to point out the similarity in function of Kirby's inhale ability and Yoshi's tongue flick ability. Sakurai has stated that Kirby was initially meant to grab enemies with his tongue in a similar manner to Yoshi before the inhale ability was finalized. Perhaps as a means to further differentiate the two abilities, Kirby would gain his now iconic power copying ability in the sequel. That's all the notes that I had. Let's go ahead and get it started. Right off the top, I will just point out that I am using my Retron 5, which does incorporate the Super Game Boy color palette, so that's why we're not seeing it as just the different 4 shades of green, and you actually get a pink Kirby in this game. This may have been one of the ones that they hard-coded a color palette into the Game Boy Color for, and it didn't originally release with any of that data on the card itself. All right, let's go ahead and get it started. I know I've played this game at some point in the past. I don't think we ever actually had a copy of Kirby's Dream Land when we had Game Boys, when I had one as a kid. It was my sister's console. I don't remember if she ever got a copy of this game. This may have been one that I played at a friend's house, because the one that I always think is the first Kirby game I ever played would have been Kirby Superstar, which was the Super Nintendo release. And we do have that kind of queued up as a future game to look at in Rental Regrets. So there are your two primary abilities. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get back here. Don't look like you get points if you swallow an enemy. Probably better off just spitting it back out and hitting other enemies. Get out of here. I guess I gotta go in. The game kind of lays it out. You should go in. It says in. I don't know what I should do. See you. So you can actually jump two different ways. Well, excuse me, you can hover two different ways. You can actually hit the jump button, which would be A, or you just press up. And it only works if you're actually, like, holding air in your mouth. If you press up when you don't have air in your mouth, he doesn't do anything. There's our level exit. Or at least the scene. Yeah, there we go. But no, this isn't... Uh-oh. Get out of here. Get... I like that. They even give you a health bar. Woo! What is this gonna do for me? He's not a very big character model. So what would ducking do to help you avoid contact? Oh, missed. I like that if you just suck in air and blow it out, it acts just kind of like a projectile. Probably a smart move if you're trying to avoid contact with an enemy while you're hovering. Yeah, the levels are a little bit bland, but, you know, that's... Again, they kind of treated this as like baby's first video game. So I'm not that surprised that the level designs are kind of eh. Get out of here. Come here. I like that when he lands, if he's... well, no, I guess it does happen no matter what. When he lands, like a little star pops out of his body. I don't know if that's meant to evoke that he's, like, hurt when that happens. I have to check one thing that we haven't tried yet, and I have to assume this is going to be the case. Does he actually take damage if he lands on top of an enemy? Hold on, let's get rid of some of them first. Oh yeah, he takes damage. Yeah, so you cannot stomp enemies with Kirby. You have to swallow or spit something at them. Oh, got my health back. Oh, whoa! Haha, dodged it at the last second. That's what happens if I go out here. Is there an extra life up here? Oh, face plant. I like the little sprite that pops off even when you hit walls. I mean, his body's so stretchy, you have to assume he doesn't, like, really take damage, even though they're showing the little star popping off his body. Owie. Hey, our first boss. Our first, I should use quotes when I say that, first boss, because this is not proving to be difficult. Yeah, you can't do it with your own breath. Why did I say anything? I'm gonna die. Feel like that little jingle has been the same in every game. But they really were a big fan of using the same single syllable, multiple times back to back to back to name things. So po, Dedede, and we're going into Castle Lololo. Ah, you jerk. Was there a reason to go up here? Oh, no reason. Alright. If I'm not mistaken, the mic kills everything, right? Yes, it does. Multiple doors. What does this do? Nothing. It hurts you. And I dodged it anyway. Oh! Get in there. Oh, what up? I didn't mean to do that. Alright. Aha. I like that he swallows multiple elements if it's not enemies. Owie? Oh no. He swallows multiple enemies. Get out of here. Oh, is this like, I was about to say, is this like a Phantos? But he's, yeah. Not that difficult to kill. Get out of here. Get out of here. I have no idea how long this game is, and yes, he can't inhale while he's underwater. Which, you know, makes sense. Why would you allow a character to be able to inhale water? It would probably hurt him. Oh. Yet again, you don't have to press the jump button when you're underwater. You can just press up and he floats. I think that's food? I think the only way to find out is to eat it. Oh, no. Can I go kill the cannon? No, I can't. Can't harm it. It seems like an abuse of power, since there's really not a whole lot for you to bump into there. That's the kind of thing you would hope they... Oh, look at that. Get out of here. You would hope they would have found a better use for that power-up, or like putting it in a room where there were a ton of enemies to hit instead of just two and a cannon that you can avoid pretty easily. Away! Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's been a long time since I played this game or this the series that I think this is from. I believe that is supposed to be the character Lololo, or Lolo, which is from The Adventures of Lolo, or Lololo. Again, I think this is a HAL Laboratory standard, is just using one syllable over and over repeatedly. We do have that queued up to look at as a part of Rental Regrets at some point in the future. I never owned any of those games, and I don't think I ever played any of them, but I know that they made a couple of them. They're like little puzzle-solving games where you use blocks and enemies to strategically destroy enemies on a single-screen puzzle space, basically. Oh, owie! Jerk. If I had to guess, that item on the top left is going to be curry, and it's going to give me fire breath. If I had to guess. Let's find out. Oh, would you look at that? It's curry, and it gives me fire breath. All right, down. I have no idea what my extra life... Oh, there it is, down the bottom right. I was about to say, I don't know what you have to do for score to get an extra life, and I don't even know what my extra life count is, and right there. Bump. Nope, can't hurt it. Okay. I don't know, the first level is pretty tame in its design, but this level seems like it's got plenty of different rooms and paths that you can explore, so I don't know if I agree necessarily with the simplistic level design. Challenging, no, but that's kind of the whole thing they were going for, which is, you know, very simplistic gameplay. So I won't knock the game for that, necessarily. Okay. Whoa! Bats! Get... Oh! Damn it. Yeah, I think that's why there's like a male and female version of these characters, because I think in Lolo you had to save Lala, if I'm remembering right. Alright, I was complaining about how easy I thought the game was, but I may be in trouble here. Oh! Uh-oh. I'll right into him. Her? That's your move. Gotcha. Oh, I dodged it. Uh-oh. Run! Oh, that was dumb, and I didn't even get a hit for it. Got one of them. Let's go after La La La. Oh, got her. Gotcha. One left. Gaius, you're out of here. And 2 levels down. 3 to go. I didn't come into the game expecting to beat it today, but who knows, maybe we do. And there's only 5 levels, and we've already finished 2 of them. Okay. Darn. Love how many just random bombs are laying around the world. Not like something or someone that's like putting them down. Just, you know, walking along and hey, there's a bomb. Yeah, you can see where a lot of these enemies eventually become like really powerful copy abilities in the sequel game. Like the one that we just saw that was kind of spewing beams out of its eyeball. Uh-oh. Oh, no, you don't. Nothing up here? Maybe there's, like, hidden one-ups that I'm not finding, but it does seem like there is a lack of consumable items to find, at least early on. Oh, no, you don't. I said, oh, no, you don't! Yeah, you can get food to recover health, but that's about it. Not really a lot in the way of... Oh, God! Special power-ups. Oh. He ghosted me. Oh. Hello. Can I just go out the little tiny opening? I sure can. Hey, I was complaining about it, and there's an extra life. Now, we don't need to go back that way. Uh-oh. Oh, oh. Let's go back up here. Oop. Get there. Yeah, I like that even though there are always like what look like the critical path to follow. There's also always little side paths that lead to something. At least in the later levels. Again, the first level did seem like it was a little bit threadbare in terms of depth of experience. But that's because they're just, you know, helping the player get their feet wet. Owie! Okay, can't hurt the cannons still. Alright, well, you didn't really get a good chance to use the fire power-up in the first spotting of it you had in the game. But I got to use it plenty there. Hey, more extra lives. Come on. You can't even swallow them. You have to just bump into them. I like his little... When he's walking or trying to float in the water, he just kind of kicks like he's just walking. Can you swallow the cannonballs? You sure can't. Come on, game. Give me a chance to swallow a cannonball. Like a circus performer. I don't think that's what they do with cannonballs. That would be some impressive jaw-stretching ability. Ah. Oh, I got stuck. You know what you don't see much of anymore? Barber poles. I mean, I don't know what exactly they were meant to do, if they were meant to convey to people that, hey, this is a barber shop, or to draw the eye. Hey, look at this hypnotic spinning pole. Come and get your hair cut here. You're getting awfully shaggy. You sure could use a trim. See ya! And that concludes the Gradius portion of the gameplay today. We have not played a Gradius-style game in a while. I might have to remedy that. Definitely have some queued up for a look of some kind in the future for rental. Regrets, I don't want to say specifically which one it is. It's not necessarily Gradius. Okay. Oh. I want to sneak under. Yeah, look at that. That's called a pro gamer move. Watch and learn, kids. Get out of here. I like that. Oh, you know, that is something that I hadn't really thought about before. You can avoid contact with an enemy at the last second if you just inhale. Okay, well, don't inhale those guys. I think this level, they're kind of guiding you to spit air at the enemy instead of trying to swallow them. Give me this. Can I have your umbrella? Give me your umbrella. Bragging about how easy the game was, and now I'm starting to pay the price. Don't touch. Bad touch. Now we're good. I think that was our first look at Meta Knight for the series. Okay, oh, got that. Right in the face. Yep, oh. Okay, careful, careful. Does he attack up? He does not. Just fly right over. Okay, they're starting to get fast. Get out of here. I need food. Warrior needs food badly. Whoa, okay. Get out of here. I have no idea if there is a checkpoint system in this game, so if I die, does that mean I start the whole level over? Well, let's find out. No! Generous checkpointing. So they really did think of everything that would preclude a player from finishing the game. So every time you, I guess every time you go through a door, you end up with a free checkpoint to start over when you die. Okay, that was dumb. Oh, come on. What the hell? G'day. That was pure guess. I was like, I wonder what's over here. How do I get out of here? Oh, just go this way. Get the health. Get more health. Oh. There we go. Oh, boss fight. I think. Mini boss fight. Oh, God. A hell of a pattern he's got there. I'm guessing you need to swallow this guy and spit him. No? Yes, it worked. Alright, so. Damn it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, just barely dodged that. Nice. Is that me? Am I peeing? Famous last words the last time I drank. Am I peeing? Isn't that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia thing? Where Charlie gets really drunk and he's talking to someone at one point and he goes, am I peeing? Swallow? Owie! Oh, crap. Let's go get that. Hello. You see the health item, you get the health item. Yoink. Make sure there's no hidden item down here. Not the fastest action in the world, swallowing and spitting out blocks, but I don't think they meant for that to be how you did everything in a game. Oh. If you hold up, you're not, like, flapping up and down. It really is just kind of... You hover. I'm betting if I fall there, I die. Ow! I knew it was coming. Oh. Boss fight? No, guess not. Come on. Easy. Yes, I saw that. Can't do anything about it now. Oh, damn you and your return boomerang thing. Nothing over there. Oh, we're fighting this guy again. But now he's a full cloud. Yep, can't hurt him with a guff. A guff of air. I can't give him any guff. Ah, damn it, he dodged. Okay, we'll swap sides, that's fine. Nope, I didn't. Dang it. Got him. Oh, nope. Oh! Give me this. Take it. Damn it, every time I try to go high. Gotcha. Oh, damn it. Gotcha. Oh! I dodged! Give me an enemy. Oh, I didn't mean to swallow. Damn it. A headbang to the boss fight music. I'll take that. Spit it right back out at you. One more. Give me one more. There we go. It's a fight over. It's a fight over. All right, so in theory, we're on to the last level of the entire game. Not a very long experience. You got to keep in mind it is a Game Boy game, and there was absolutely no password or save functionality for this game, so they kind of expected you to play through it to completion very quickly. You turn that console off, the Game Boy, and it didn't have a battery backup or save, like by password, you are not picking up where you left off. You turn it off, it's off. Oh, we've got to fight the bosses that we already fought to get to Dedede. Well, let's go in order. Wait a minute. Am I just replaying the levels? Well, that's kind of lame. Don't jerk me around, game. Let me beat the game and get it over with. Oh, that's weird. What the hell am I doing just standing there? Oh, owie. Fight over. You know, if this is supposed to be a boss rush, I don't get why you have to go through any portion of level before you get to the character that you're meant to fight. It just seems like they're padding out the experience at this point. Yes, I know. You were going to hit me in the back. I'm also guessing they did this so that you had to, like, sacrifice some life to get to the final fight of the game. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh! God, get up! Damn it! Give me your power up, you little jerk. Ow! You guys aren't playing fair. Give me this! Get out of here. Damn it! Ow! Guys, get... leave him. This isn't the easy one. Unless you do it there. That is risky. I prefer to do this. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get this. Get out of here. Alright, so this begs the question. If I lose all my health, do all these doors reopen and I have to beat them again? This was the third one. And is there any opportunity to get health once you enter these little short levels before you get to the boss? Which would be the only thing I can think of to excuse why you do all this. Get him. Oh. Look at this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, they're not hurting. What a weird gimmick. Maybe it's just meant to, like, give you a bomb to kill everything in the level before you get to the enemy. Oh, there's your flight pepper, or whatever that is. Flight lemon? Uh-oh, right into it. That was dumb. Uh-oh. Oh, I might find out whether I wanted to or not if you die if you lose all the levels you completed. The answer is, you don't. Alright, good. You have to complete the level again. Short though it may be. Tell you what this is kind of reminding me of, the music, and I'm not saying it is the same music, it just kind of gives me the same vibe. The beach area in Wonder Boy 3: The Dragon's Trap, which was, I think, the very first long play we ever did on the channel. Years ago? It just gives me the same vibe. Light lemon away! used to be so good at bullet hell games when I was younger, and now I just don't have the reflexes for it. Oh, God. Get out of here. Which is why I think we should absolutely go and look at another one of those and see how bad I am. Oh! Yeah! Who am I kidding? I still got the touch. Gotta blow them fingies off. They're so hot. Oh, I thought these were gonna hurt me. Ow. Well, they did. Oh, no reason to fight. Wait. I saw that. Kill him. Oh, I thought I saw something pop out of one of these blocks. Maybe I didn't. Oh. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, boss fight. That was fast. So where's the boss fight music? I feel robbed. Got him. Well, I love the little bloop whenever you hit a wall. Got him. No, you don't. Come here. Double tap. Look at that. One more. I'll take that. Get out of here. Fight over. All right, we're on to the final boss. What do I do? I'll just go and touch it. King Dedede, who can also swallow, though not in as fun a fashion. Funny, I always thought the ring gimmick from the Superstar game was unique, but apparently it was in this as well. How do I hit him? Game's not giving me a breadth of options here, or a wealth of options. Owie! You dick. No, seriously, what the hell am I supposed to do? Uh-oh. Ah. Okay, so you gotta swallow the stars he's making. Alright, well, that's a weird gimmick. So like that. Alright, well, not the hardest thing in the world, but there is something you can do to fight him. Ouch. Not gonna be easy, but it is the last fight of the game. Oh, damn it. Oh. You gotta bait him into doing the attack, which of course I did a terrible job of there. Oh, I missed my chance. Oh, right into him. Damn it. Gotcha. I know. Too close. Damn it. Too close. Ow! I need to do something I can avoid. Like this, right here. Yeah, there. Ah, I wasn't close enough. Get it? Got him. Is there going to be a strategy change coming up sometime in the near future? Because right now, he's not doing anything dramatically different. No desperation moves yet Well, that's kind of different. Yeah, he's trying to swallow me now. Oh, no. Uh-oh. No! Ah, I missed my chance. He's getting a little bit faster. Oh, I missed. Damn it. Oh, he's starting to get fast. Oh, right into him. That was stupid. I was making good progress. All right, I hate doing this, but let's save state. I want to get to the end. I think we got the pattern. We just need to tighten things up a bit. Give me a hammer. Ah, you coward. Hammer. There you go. Hammer. Oh, but I'll take this. Oop, gotcha. Oh, bounce. Yikes. Hammer. No! Give me the hammer. Not that hammer. You know the hammer. Uh-oh. Oh, got him! Just the perfect timing on that to get it. I think we got it this time. I think we got it. Oh, he's gonna hit me. I still got the power, though. Come on. Give. Desperation mode activated. Oh, he changed his attack there. Nope. Come on. Give me a hammer. Hammer. There you go. Give me this. Get out of here. Nope. I'm not letting you swallow me. You gotta earn this kill, buddy. No, no, no. Come on. Hammer. Hammer. That'll work. Last hit. I need you to give me some distance. There you go. And it's over. Bam! Game over. I'm guessing those stars turn into food. Otherwise, what was the point of all this? Oh my god, that glutton. He ate the entire castle's worth of content. The credits. All right, we did it. We beat Kirby's Dream Land, which was not really a huge game to begin with, but we managed to do it. Good of Nintendo to allow their employees to give some of their names, maybe not all of them. But yeah, that's something that you didn't really see a lot of at this point in time. They did go a couple more years before the developers were more willing to just give their name instead of trying to hide behind pseudonyms. All right, let's go ahead and wrap things up. I know there's a code that'll probably pop on the screen, and maybe if it stays on there long enough, I'll go ahead and use it and start the second play in a couple minutes here, but we can wrap up and give final thoughts and do the review phase. Let's go ahead and do a round of the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is that Kirby is a dream to control most of the time, and we'll go into the few instances where I didn't feel like I had total control in a little bit. Giving players the ability to jump and hover by pressing A or up is a nice touch for newer players, as the natural inclination for just about any person playing a game for the first time is to press the D-pad in the direction you want to move, not just press a button to jump. So going up, your natural inclination is press up. So making it so that you could hover with the up on the D-pad was a very smart choice there. The inhale range for Kirby feels very fair. Yes, I do see that the game put the code up there. I'm going to do it in the background. I'm recording the notes here in post. The inhale range for Kirby feels very fair. It's not a screen-spanning ability. It does give players a good, say, 2 sprites worth of distance to draw in an enemy or object, so players don't feel forced to take risks to inhale a dangerous target. The spitting out of objects also doesn't have a trajectory arc, so you aren't guessing where your shot will land. It's either left or right of where you shoot. Being able to inhale enemies just before they do contact damage was an inspired choice, as was inhaling multiple enemies at once. Again, Kirby was meant to be an onboarding experience for new gamers, so making the inhale a life-saving move was a great call. The difficulty is perfectly balanced for a game that was admittedly designed for new players, and more importantly, if you do beat the game and find that the challenge was lacking, your reward for completion is a code to unlock a higher difficulty, which is what we just did. This was a brilliant way to handle what may have been seen by some angry gamers as a lacking experience because of how quickly you could complete it. So this way, if you want to play the game in its true form, quoties, you had a difficulty option that you could do right off the bat. From what I could tell, you didn't have to complete the game to use the code. You could just do it straight away. Not implementing a timer to add a sense of urgency was absolutely the right call. Again, given the audience, pressuring the player to finish a level quickly would not be in the interest of easing the challenge. Let the new player learn at their own pace. The bosses have unique patterns and mechanics to keep things fresh. The Wispy Woods boss was a refresher for your basic skills like jumping, inhaling, and spitting objects out. The fight against Lololo and La 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 teaches or reinforces the skill of inhaling enemies and objects through other enemies or objects. Trying to inhale the blocks that they're pushing from the front almost guarantees that you'll take damage, as I demonstrated while we fought that particular boss. The Blimp boss, his name is Kubula, is a test of your skill in dodging projectiles while staying in flight. The Cloud boss, Krako, randomizes his movements to encourage players to read the enemy and respond accordingly, not just assume what's going to happen next. And finally, King Dedede tests everything you've learned up to that point while adding one final trick where Dedede's own attacks create stars that you have to inhale and use as projectiles. For a game as short as this, it's important to make the handful of bosses you encounter as meaningful as possible, so they did a great job with these bosses. The soundtrack, and in particular the theme that you hear in the first level, are full of cute, bubbly, high-energy melodies that make the most of the Game Boy's extremely limited sound processor and fit the tone of the game extremely well. I think they did a great job with the soundtrack here. As far as the bad, the enemy designs leave something to be desired. They definitely went for quantity over quality here. There is a large number of roundish enemies that seem to just move a little left or right, and they never try to engage Kirby. As far as the design, Kirby's design was meant to be cute. He's essentially a featureless ball that consumes everything around him. It's silly and it appeals to kids. The rest of the cast shouldn't be so bland, however. The game is shockingly short, with only 5 levels to complete and a playtime of maybe 30 to 40 minutes total. I'm sure the logic behind this decision, aside from the intended younger and less experienced audience, was to make the game completable without having to save or issue a password. That said, would the game have become insurmountable in one sitting with 8 levels? 10? Well, 12. And adding a higher difficulty mode is nice, but it can't disguise the brevity of the experience. The power-ups left a lot to be desired. While I appreciate the novelty of a character with a massive lung capacity screaming into a mic to defeat every enemy on the screen, the Curry power-up and the Lemon power-up felt functionally identical. They just gave Kirby a spammable projectile attack that had the same range and same damage potential. These low-effort items were surely part of the reason that they added the copy ability in the next game. There was a surprising dearth of extra lives in this game. I was definitely not avoiding side paths or opportunities to score points, and it still felt like I found maybe 2, maybe 3 extra lives total. If they intended this game for the less experienced crowd, I would think they would drown the players in opportunities to get lives. For example, Super Mario Land felt extremely generous with the lives, and it's definitely a harder game. That one, every single level you finished, if you finished by going into the door above the exit, you would actually get that opportunity to get extra lives with a little mini game at the end of the level. They didn't do anything like that here. And then the final level involves you beating the other bosses one last time, which isn't an unfair thing to ask players with the game being as short as it was. That said, why are you required to complete a small chunk of the boss's level just to fight them again? There were no extra lives or health pickups to be found in those chunks of levels, so they served no purpose other than another chance to lose hit points. Just do the boss fights. That's the fun part. Don't bother with the side-scrolling repeat level areas. You didn't need any of those. As far as the ugly, while there was certainly a novelty in seeing Kirby bump into objects and have a little star pop out, or landing a short jump and having a star pop out, or seeing him face plant and bounce off the ground after landing from a high fall and seeing a little star pop out. None of these reactions enhance the experience in a meaningful way. I don't know if these little flourishes lasted beyond this first game, but I would hope that they either softened the impact or just got rid of them, because they became actually kind of distracting. Again, we played this game using my Retron 5, which meant the game benefited from the Super Game Boy Color Palette enhancement, but boy did it not do the game any favors. Sure, Kirby was correctly colored a pink hue like you see on the screen here, but so was every other character, and that didn't make a lot of sense. And the choice to use lemon yellow and pastel blue as the other two primary colors just made the screen an eyesore. There was a sprinkle of green thrown in, but that should have been a more prominent color. Now, I put this in the ugly because the simple solution would be to not use the Super Game Boy Color enhancements, but making this palette, and I did check this, the default color palette and the only choice for colorization was a mistake. I don't think they should have used the colors that they did. I'll mention that the health pickups were a bit light, just like the extra lives were, but given that Kirby has 6 hit points, it's not really a huge issue. It's not hard to avoid damage, just take your time. Again, there was no timer in this game to worry about, but yeah, it would have been nice if they added a few more health pickups in the game. No big deal. All right, let's go ahead and give the game a score. We do our score in Randars, 1 to 10. The overall experience was too short, and I have to factor that into the score. But the lead character has an iconic design. The gameplay is breezy thanks to the simple and responsive controls, and it has a very gentle difficulty curve, even with the bosses. And the experience feels custom built for a handheld that did not have a sleep or quick save function. So without passwords or battery backup, the game needed to be short and satisfying, and this game is exactly that. I'm giving Kirby's Dream Land an 8 Randars. Even with the missing copy ability, this game feels like one you'd have no issue revisiting for a quick game on the go. I would definitely appreciate some more creative enemy designs, and future games would add characters like the memorable Meta Knight character. We saw a tease of it, but that was not truly a Meta Knight. That was just one of the underlings that serve under him in future games. But I think the bosses were creative enough to make up for that shortfall. This is a very good game. 8 Randars. A fun, bite-sized gameplay experience. All right, I did want to take a short look at the gameplay once you boost the difficulty, so I'll go ahead and cut ahead in the video here to when I started playing it a little bit. Yeah, they're a little bit faster, a little more aggressive. Oh yeah, look at that. What the heck is that thing? Oh, it's the mushroom. Yeah, they made it a little more difficult. I mean, this is the first level, so I'm not expecting it to be the most challenging experience. I want to get to the boss and see what that's going to be like. Haha, still can swallow 2 at once. Whee! He throws the bombs a little bit faster, and he definitely throws more of them. Gotcha. Ah, got me. Gotcha. Gotcha. Not too bad. I took 1 hit. you just have to change a couple of things that you were probably comfortable doing in the first playthrough of the game, but I don't think it's dramatically difficult. I hadn't tried swallowing one of those bears in the initial run of the game, so I'm a little bit surprised at that. And I do think an enemy just did 2 damage, so that is different. I'm going to be embarrassed if I die in the first level. Oh. Oh, no, you don't. Goodbye. Oh, or not. The game is really chugging with all this crap on the screen. Aw, come on. I get to the boss, at least. I think there was a bottle of health in here somewhere, right? Oh, he nailed me. Okay. Yeah, so it is difficult, more difficult than the original, mainly because the volume of enemies on the screen does look like it has increased. And also they are moving a little bit faster, more erratic, which very easy way to make a game as breezy as the core experience. More difficult is more enemies, faster, and more erratic. And then players are forced to dodge stuff that, you know, before they didn't really have to worry about too much. But yeah, it is an interesting, probably would have been fun to try to go through the second playthrough and see how much harder it is, even on this first level where I managed to die before I got to the boss. But to see just how much more difficult it was. But yeah, 8 Randars, very, very good experience. Not without its problems. And I do have a copy of Kirby's Adventure that we can look at in a future episode of Randall Regrets, to see just how different and or better the game becomes when you add the ability to copy enemy abilities and use them against them, to see how much it expands the experience from what we saw here today. That's going to do it for this episode of Nub's Handheld Collection. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.